Helicobacter pylori, yes, there's an interesting story with that. It was actually discovered by an Australian. For many years there were all sorts of theories that stomach ulcers were caused by too much acid, not enough acid, eating all the wrong things, and or reflux of acid going back up into your esophagus, into your food pipe, which is a problem. But ultimately, none of the treatments that we had for all of those things actually cured the ulcers. So someone decided to do a real study of the actual tissues in the inflamed areas where the ulcers were formed. An ulcer is just like an open sore inside your stomach. That's why it's so painful. And this Australian doctor eventually found these particular bacterium, Helicobacter pylori, which is a particularly tough bacteria, living in the inflamed tissue of people who had stomach ulcers in tissue samples that had been taken. And now that we have all of these endoscopic instruments, we can go and take tissue samples from all sorts of places inside the body now. And he did the ultimate test on himself, actually. He was healthy. He got his doctor colleagues to check that his stomach was healthy, and then he literally took some of these bacteria himself. Now, that's a pretty brave thing to do. You've got to be very sure of your theory if you're prepared to drink some what could be disease-causing germs. But that is how we find out how germs cause disease in medicine. Do we actually see a change from a healthy person to an unhealthy person when those germs get into their body? And that is exactly what happened to this man himself. So he then had enough information to go and do a proper clinical investigation on more people who had ulcers, and ultimately he discovered that yes, this was the problem. These bacteria had got into the wrong place and were able to thrive in a place that they should not have had access to. But once they did, they were extremely difficult to get out, because the bacteria think, oh yes, this is a good place to live. I will live and multiply here, and the disease they cause is just a sort of side effect. The bacteria are not trying to make you ill, it's just that they've found a good place to live. But your body is not meant to be a culture medium for bacteria within the body tissues. On the body surface, yes, but not within the body tissues themselves. And that's what happened with Helicobacter.